Mouth guard stopped me from chewing on my cheeks and stuff. I have nerves. I've been living in this place for months like this. It's enough. I want it to be fucking finished. Now, while I got no hair on, I only put that hairpiece on 3 days ago, right? 3.5 days ago. It's time for a hairline touch-up. So I started peeling it back and there was a lot of sweat under there. And I thought I'd let it dry and started wiping it down. And then I thought, fuck, there's only this much hanging on. I'll peel it all off. I mean, it's worked. The hairpiece is perfect. I've just got to take this opportunity to test out a few things. I was hoping to test out tape, and obviously I'm not ready to do the dye and stuff. Dye, yeah, this is dye. Yeah. I'm not ready to dye the blonde hairpiece, which I'm going to do soon. And yeah, but I could try tape. I've never really done. I haven't shown you a video of tape ever, so I might as well do that. Test out what it's like to use tape instead of glue. In my mind, there's no fucking way that's gonna work. It's gonna be shit. It's gonna be hard to attach to the edge. I have to spend ages cutting it with scissors. It's gonna stick to the scissors. When I pull the scissors away, it's gonna pull on that. It's gonna be a pain in the ass. The whole thing, the whole experience of using tape is gonna be shit. If it works, I'll be amazed. I don't want gaps between the tape there and the tape there, otherwise it'll show with the hairline or whatever. So they'll have to overlap to an extent, and then there'll be a lump. It all doesn't work in my mind. The tape just doesn't seem like it makes any sense whatsoever. The only reason you would use tape is if you're fucking lazy at the back and you haven't got a proper tripod camera or something so you can see the back of your own head, so that you just do the front with glue and then the back is taped, you go flop and then you walk away and that's your job done. That's all I can imagine people use tape for. Otherwise, I don't know what the fuck you're using tape for. I don't know for what reason you're using tape. Apparently you can't end a sentence with a preposition, otherwise incorrect English. This is a mouth guard. I love this. So yeah, the argument about lace versus poly, breathability, that amount of sweatiness that I was experiencing even in winter. I had the heater on, but yeah, peeling back the front, the glue had deteriorated from being exposed to salty fucking sweat. And yeah, wetness and glue don't really seem to mix. So, the other thing is, that happened to me with lace as well. It's not like the air comes through the glue and allows it to breathe. No, I paste glue on and then it sweats underneath there. So it doesn't matter if I've got lace on or poly. So you'd think that poly is more of a blanket causing heat to build up more. Probably a bit true, but there's a threshold at which the glue releases and it's not strong enough anymore because of all the sweat and heat. And that threshold is met easily when lace is on your head. So unless I did polka dot glue marks instead of pasting it on, there's not going to be the breathability that they talk about with lace. The breathability happens only because there's no glue, but there is glue, so you're fucked. All right, unless you're using tape. What is this? Tape here, tape here, tape here. Okay, where the fuck is it? Yeah, I have tape. Now I know you can buy contour shaped tape, which allows you to cut the tape to the shape of forward contours, etc. Right? So your hairline would be shaped like that, so you buy a C shape, whatever fucking thing. I will try this out. They gave it to me for free. Thank you to curvehairpiece.com for checking this in. Like I didn't drop it in my fucking dirty dishes here. My dirty dishes are in my fucking basin because I'm living in fucking renovation shit for months. God damn it, what? I'm relying on friends and family to do this on the cheap. That's what's happening. That's why it's taking months and months to get some basic renovations done. Anyway. That better save me a lot of money, those motherfuckers. Because I hate living like this. So many things have broken since it all started. that I think I've lost money overall. Anyway, we'll see. Squalor. Bit spacious squalor. If I had motivation, I'd move things around and redecorate the squalor so my squalor was neater. Let's have a look at this anyway. I want to drop this in the... Okay. So I assume it's double-sided tape. Okay, instant stickiness on that side. And I guess once that's pasted down, you just grab an edge and peel that back up. Even that's gonna be a pain in the ass, isn't it? All right, I'll try it. Fuck. It nearly went into the guacamole fucking bowl. No, I've got to clean this shit up. All right, I'll be back. You see this phone holder? It's a bit too awkward. You've got to screw this thing up and down and then it grips in there and this pushes on buttons. It's all very awkward. This is separate. So this is from Ulanzi, but I found a better, more modern one. See the shoe? It allows you to put a light up on top as well. This is the new one on eBay at the moment. $13.50 including delivery. So I recommend you guys get that if you want to see the back of your head. Just stick this on a tripod and then you can use your phone and beam your phone. Let me just scroll down here so you can see some of the pictures. You can also use it as a better screen for your DSLR camera. So that's quite useful. I think that should work well. Because I was looking at all types of stands and everything else. But yeah, once you can just use any sort of tripod at the end of the day. 7 foot, we're talking about 210 centimeter tripods or 82-inch tripods. You can often get them with lights included off Amazon or eBay. But yeah, this head will work on any kind of screw-in standard tripod head. It is a cold shoe mount, which means that slots into things like, see this light has a shoe mount. I'm not gonna unscrew it, it's all fucking fragile. But yeah, but also on the underside it has that hole as well, so it will work. So that's good, it will work, it'll be good. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do today. This is my bag of quarantine hair pieces that I got from LordHair, 0.06 millimeter, medium light density, right? I will be putting one of these on now. This is the hairpiece I just had on. This is only 3 or 4 days old from curvehairpiece.com. Nothing wrong with it. I was just peeling it back to deal with the front hairline maintenance, right? That's 3 or 4 days of stubble right there. Yeah, so that's been cut, ready to put back on if I want to. That's the back end of that hairpiece. But what I'm going to do is remember how I didn't bleach the knots. You can see through there. That's medium density coverage. So even though you can see all those cornfield lines, it's got enough density with medium density to cover over that, to disguise it. Now these ones from LordHair, the 0.06 millimeter medium light density ones, that's medium density by the way, from curvehairpiece.com. These ones, god damn it. Alright, here's one. No, okay, look. That's been bleached twice for 30 minutes at a time each. I will give this a go because I haven't tried on any of these ones that have been bleached twice. So while I'm bleaching this, I'll do that for 30 minutes with one of these, just so they're perfect, because you know poly hairpieces are not made with the bleach roots ever. While I'm doing that, I'll spend 30 minutes putting this on my head. Okay, so I can do 2 things at the same time. We'll see how this one goes. Maybe they can come out of quarantine if this first example behaves itself. Otherwise, they'll just be for wearing with a hat, because it's a year's supply there. I mean, each of these should last me a month, so I don't want to waste all the money that I spent on this. So I'll start bleaching those and I'll put this on my head at the same time. Okay, sorry, I should probably have told you in the past 10 years at some point that when I shave my shave zone, these baby hairs and everything, the method is I don't need to use shaving cream or anything like that. I just need a standard cheap safety razor, right? Come in like this. To get up, I shave up against the grain as well as to get it as sheer as possible. I've never really received a shaving cut because the scalp has no, weak skin really. And I don't use shaving cream. To make sure I don't hit the edges, I just run my little finger, my pinky finger of my left hand, because I'm right-handed, and shave with my right hand. So it's as simple as that. There's no shaving cream required. I didn't wet the scalp or anything. I just run this over under hot water. And systematically just keep coming back up here, okay? Sometimes it helps to wet this hair before putting the hairband on. Just so if any hairs are too short, they can sort of be stuck back. But that'll do, right? And I'll put some, I do put, just make sure there's no sweat on it. So I'll usually start by running this under some hot water, just so I can get any of the soap that comes with these baby wipes out of the pack off the cloth, off the baby wipe. Make sure there are no little bits of stubble left in there. Also pull out any bits of glue that might be left in there from the last hairpiece. Ideally you would have a shower and use shampoo and everything, but I'm not going to bother. But that's not going to affect anything, I can tell you that right now. It's not going to hold this amount of time. Every half a week I have to do for an hairline maintenance. The rest will stay on well enough. I just realized something. I was going to use this tape. I'm not going to use glue for this episode at all. I'm going to use this tape. And I'm going to use it on this medium light density hairpiece. I'm worried about that. I don't think anyone actually uses tape along the front hairline. But for this experiment I will. I'll tape up the back of this thing. I'll put this camera in a tripod over in my office and I'll apply this shit. Let's see how it goes. Let's go. I don't know exactly how to start this, but I really don't know. Make sure it's flat, I guess. It's already awkward. See if I can neaten this up without cutting any hairs or anything. See, I'm glad the hairs are wet. Okay. Wouldn't want to do this too often. You'd be cutting off tip edges of the hairpiece every single time. Okay. And you're losing hairs every time you do this as well, but I could try to pull off those hairs, I guess. Right, pull it back. one bit. See where I cut it, it's sort of sproinged back, causing a build up there. If I stretch that back with my thumb, maybe it won't be a, yeah, that's a bit of a pain in the ass, isn't it? I'll have to chop that bit off. Okay, now that's the front, because you can see the blonde. All right. I don't want them overlapping, otherwise so this is the first video I think I've ever done using tape. My thoughts so far is that it's pretty fucking awkward. I'm cutting off bits of the front hairline. It's not good, just because I need for the tape to, yeah, I don't like using tape. This is pretty shit. And so I'd suggest if you're going to attach it, you'd want the hairs to be wet, otherwise I can imagine they'd be springing all over the place. I'm no expert on this, but first time. Front hairline, middle, and now I'm going to do the back. I don't know what's going to happen in here. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe I should just run them all like right up against the edge of each other. Too late now. Anyway, we'll see. Okay, so this will be the back edge. I'll leave another gap there just so I can get the right up against there. So this is the back perimeter of the hairpiece. Okay. wastage. That's what it looks like. Should try to shed it now, just to snip the edges off heaps of. Fucking hell. This did not seem worth it at all. I feel like this was a huge mistake. Okay, let's go. So applying hair to one small partial, applying tape to one small partial like mine has used up, I don't know, what's that? At least a third of a roll of 3 yards. So maybe I used a yard, maybe that's a yard. Doesn't seem like a yard, does it? Who knows what the fuck a yard is? Speak English, America. Okay. Was that 3 feet in a yard? I don't know. All right, so putting this on, how the fuck am I supposed to do this? I'll tell you what, I'll start with the back perimeter, back here. First of all, I'm gonna put some alcohol spray just to prepare the area. All right, I'm just gonna peel that bit first. It's gonna be hard to center this all, isn't it? Maybe I have to peel off the whole thing. But look, I've created folds. Fuck that, I put folds in there, I can't undo them. I can't undo them without pulling this off, and then it'll fuck up the alignment. What a joke. Who uses tape? Seriously, who fucking uses tape? This is so shit. All right, I'm just gonna put it on with the folds anyway. This is one of those freaking low density shit anyway. Okay. God, this is dumb as fuck. All right. Don't want any green bits in my hair. All right, that's the blonde front hairline. I'll do that last. All right. Just getting rid of this back edge. Okay. Surely I've got to spray this with alcohol, right? I mean, how else am I going to slide it into the strip being straight? I'm not going to fuck around here. This is bullshit. This is way more awkward than using glue. Way more. Oh, okay. Let's see. I feel like if I've made mistakes, too bad. Feels like the principle of this entire operation. All right. Okay. I'll take off the next bit. Good fucking thing. Okay. I thought I had it, and then I'm grabbing the bottom part. Okay, stay there, you fuck. Alright. You see that gigantic fold in there? There's nothing I'm gonna do about it. Alright. Let's try to stretch this down into position. Try to keep it stretched out. Looks like there'll be no give at the end to adjust. I better take this off as well because it's not going to bend properly if I don't. Oh my God, it's fucking driving me nuts, man. This is full. Who uses tape? Are you fucking dumb as fuck? Am I dumb for not being able to use this properly? Is there something I'm doing incorrectly here? Obviously there is, obviously. Otherwise this stuff would not be sold. Because nobody would want to use this shit instead of... Look, I'm grabbing it and it's taking the underside of it with it. So, is there a trick to grabbing the corner? What the fuck? This is fucking stupid. Fucking tape wearers. Fucking get off my channel. The fuck? All this paper waste everywhere. Alright. Let's hope this is on straight, because I don't know how the fuck I'm going to fix it if it's not. I already know there are going to be folds in it. I can see them. Oh my God. Is that even in the right spot? I can't tell. Fuck off me. Get the fuck. Oh shit, this is awkward. And I had to chop off the edges of all the hairs of the fucking hairpiece to get the tape to stay on in the edges. Okay, come on, motherfucker. Maybe there's some revelation I'm yet to have about how awesome tape is. This had better not fall off when a wind blows, okay? All right, got the paper waste and all that hair waste you saw as well. Let's hope that this stays on even during this brushing and cutting process. It feels on like it's fairly firm. Oh, now I remember why this is so shit. Not the tape, I'm talking about this hairpiece. Look at those cornfield lines, they're so visible right through to the back. Oh no, I missed the fucking... Look how far off it is. Oh my God. Oh fuck. Fuck off. Jesus Christ, fucking get off. Look at that, the whole thing just won't bend properly because the tape is forcing it to remain rigid. Now there's a fold in the tape, which is really, it's like fucking, it's like a massive bump back there. Let's try and get this one in position. Oh man, these gigantic plastic lumps. There's so many lumps and folds throughout this thing. It feels like fucking, it's sharp edges as well. Fucking, it's not even an undulation like soft plastic, it's hard plastic underneath. It feels like it's on sort of tight, but it feels like I cannot trust it as well. All right, I'm gonna fucking cut my hair now. Water. If you want to be frustrated, use tape. Okay, quick haircut. Wow. Whoa. This is one of the lowest density hairpieces I've ever worn. And this tape is pissing me off. The lumps, the fucking tugging on my skin. It's just a terrible feeling to have it on. Look at these lines, these fucking... Okay, so the front hairline with the double bleaching. Look how far up that forehead goes. That is way off. Oh, correct on this side with the fucking lines there. Got to bring this other side down more. Feel some gigantic folds. Look at all that shit going on. Can you see what's going on back there? Tape has no give. It locks you into a contract with, you better have positioned it exactly, otherwise there is absolutely no turning back. Yeah, I had to show you tape once. This is the medium light density 0.06 millimeter poly from LordHair. They sent it to me because they ran out of stock of 0.03. That's way off. If I stretch it, it'll fuck it up again. It won't stretch because it's fucking tape. It'll break before it stretches. I can feel it really wanting to snap. Up here, we've got massive amounts of fucking folds going on. Every solution to one problem causes 10 other problems with the fucking tape. Big fold this way and that way back here. Nah. Fuck this. Fuck this. I'm not using tape ever again. That's it. That's my little tape experiment. Hope you enjoyed it. Because I'm never... Say bye-bye tape. Bye-bye you fucking maggot. Alright? If you're using tape, you don't know what wearing a hairpiece is all about. You're not doing it properly. That is not how you put on a fucking hairpiece. That is the worst experience I've ever had putting on a hairpiece. Don't use tape. It's wrong. Simple as that. This hairpiece is fucking wrong too. But I'm going to put it on with glue and you will see that it fucking at least stays in the position that I tell it to. Right? Now that was a waste of my time. I shed some of the hairs off the edges of this piece of shit hairpiece. Cutting it smaller as well. Anyway. So, what's the glue? Here we go. Glue. The way to do it, you apply Walker Tape Ultra Hold or Davlin Green to your shave zone. Be a bit more careful than I'm being. I'm just fucking frustrated. Not because tape exists so much, but because some of you people use tape and you're telling other people to use tape because you're a fucking piece of shit. I feel like I should track down anybody who recommends tape on this channel and just fucking ban them. Fucking don't talk about tape ever again. It is not logical. It's shit, man. Now I can understand if you have problems seeing the back of your own fucking head. I just showed you the tripod head that you can put a tripod behind you, 7-foot tripod, put that ball attachment, attach your phone, beam it to an iPad so you can see what you're doing back there. If you've been doing a horseshoe fucking hairpiece thing and you can't see the back of your own head, get a fucking clue. What the fuck are you doing? You've been doing your hairpiece for years without seeing what you're doing? You can't see where it lands? You fucking kidding me? You lazy motherfucker. Holy shit. I can't believe it's what it's taken for me to come along and point out the fucking obvious to you. Oh, nobody else does it that way. Well, everyone else is a fucking dickhead. Look at how the hair companies don't even bleach the fucking knots. And people that think I'm being fussy for demanding it. Of course I demand it. It's not fit for purpose if the roots are fucking dark. Look at the way they have to be cemented into whatever base material. If it's lace, they use knots. They look like dead squished ants all over your fucking head. They've got to be blonde. If you've got very, very dark ebony style skin, potentially you can get away with that shit. Everyone else who's got pale skin has to fucking have them bleached. So you've got blonde fucking knots maybe, that might work, right? Because you've got blonde hair. Pale people with blonde hair and dark skinned people with dark hair, you guys are fucking off the hook. Everyone else, the majority of people I'd say, has to worry about knots being bleached, okay? God. And tape, holy shit, what a dumbass fucking idea that is. It totally stops you from being able to manipulate the hairpiece into position. What the fuck are you people doing? Now I've got glue in these hairs back here, you understand? I have to get back that far. And at the end of this, when it dries, I will get the alcohol spray and a comb and pluck out those fucking glues from back here, right? Yes, I've used too much glue here, but that's because I'm pissed off, right? I really want to... Low power mode, fuck you. I will get rid of this hairpiece as soon as possible. It is shit. I really should demand a refund, even though I've done it. I've spent money on it, right? Time and money and stress and hundreds of dollars. fucking joke. There should be a board of inquiry or something into the hairpiece industry, checking that people are not ripping off customers. Thank God there are forums like this where you guys can discuss what's shit and what's not shit. Don't just listen to me. Read the fucking comments in all these forums and all the comments under YouTube videos like this one, all right? People will give you advice. Sometimes they'll be fucking trying to push an ad, like they're advertising because they maybe work for the company or something. You can sort of take those with a grain of salt. But if they're fucking drilling it and they're giving you specific examples of what's happened to them, read it, okay? Yeah, I've got to get rid of this outer edge bit. Alcohol spray and a comb. If I had stopped short of the edge, then the glue wouldn't have made it all the way to the edge. Ideally, the glue would have been placed all the way to the edge on the hairpiece itself, but then it's too hard to place down. And you might be thinking, well, then why don't you put tape on the back of that? Not a bad idea. It is a bad idea because tape does not flex. Tape locks the base material from flexibly moving around. From flexibly moving. Oh, fuck. Gee, I wish I was good at Christopher Walken. It's the best accent ever. There was this crazy mech, rub-a-dub-dub, 3 men in a tub, and the guy had a dog, and the dog was a poodle. I can't fucking do him. Dirty little comb. You dirty little comb. Hey, I like it, Ma. There's a guy, he's got a dog, and he's saying, what do you want from me? Was it Goodfellas? Yeah, that reminds me of somebody. Sorry, it's references. I used to share with people I knew. I know, but now they disappeared forever from my life. And I don't get to talk with them no more. Alright. Plump this fucking thing on. Water. Look how low density that is. It's really low. I didn't get that job that I auditioned for, by the way, that TV commercial. You're probably thinking, well, did you expect to with that shitty audition you did? It's the best I can do. I don't know how to do it differently. I'll be interested to see the ad when it's on TV, if I ever see it, who they chose. Sometimes I look at the casting choices for a job that I've auditioned for and it's a woman. So they wasted everybody's time who auditioned, right? Because the description said they need a man who's 40 years old or something, and they end up going with a 15-year-old girl. It's like, fuck. Time wasting in this industry is ridiculous. You don't get paid to audition. You do get paid some small amount for a callback, apparently. I cannot get this back up to the right position up there without this becoming overhang. I can see this overhang over there now. I think the stencils are wrong. size. All right, I'll go and do some shit. I don't know if I'm gonna bother to bleach those hair pieces tonight. Just had a rough phone conversation. Just want to get some hairpiece shit on because somebody's coming over at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, but maybe it's 7 in the morning. Who fucking knows? Builders who are working on this shit, right? All favors of friends and people they know. I'm gonna have to peel this back up, glue that front bit. There's cutlery, but you know, it's gonna be very low density, as you can see there. Yeah, I'll be back. Wow, that's so bad, isn't it? I would say this is not even medium light density. I would say this is light density, which is why it fails so prolifically. Is that correct? I don't think it's correct. But I don't know how to speak English proper. Nobody learnt me how to speak it properly, governor. God, that's messy, isn't it? Well, we need to buy some more C22 for occasions such as this. The fuck is it? The place is a mess. I would prefer to have a full head of hair than having to deal with this shit. God, it's so frustrating. Oh. Finally, some visibility on that fucking thing. I'm going to wait a bit longer for this to dry. I was thinking about just pushing it down straight away to get this hell finished, right? But no, I will wait. I'm not even going to try to clear that out just in case there's wet glue there. I'll get that out after it dries. Feels so much better than having tape underneath it. I'm sure there's some overhang up here a little bit, but overall I've got control. Tape massively prevents you from having any control whatsoever. So even when this dries, it's still going to be quite sparse. Missed the edge, it's badly cut. Also, I trimmed a bit off when I put that stupid tape on. Not too much so I can't really blame the tape. I've got some residual glue, not residual, I fucking dropped glue all over my forehead over here. So I'll use some C22 now to scrub that off. Still, it's much easier than using lace. So this is what the poly looks like with the knots bleached twice for half an hour each. That's what the front hairline looks like. And so that's the reason why I'm going to be doing those curve hairpiece 0.03 millimeter medium density pieces this way, because it massively improves the realism. That's until I master the art of dyeing blonde hair pieces and finding a company that will do it for me. Now, just in the comment section, somebody's written that besthairpiece.com in America, they actually have their own, well, it wouldn't be a factory, it would just be a quality control station, whatever warehouse they use or whatever, to get stuff from China. I would assume they don't make them. Why would you do it in America when you can do it in China? They'd want to mark up the prices, they'd want to put some bleaching on the base of it. But it looks like they did actually start with a segment on the very front of blonde and then bleached that, dyed that bit to whatever color it is, but the rest was just generically unbleached knots. But that was just lace though, so no big deal. But you can imagine those roots at the very front of the hairpiece would be the best possible. They have actually gone to the trouble of starting with blonde base hairpiece, lace, so it's easy, but anyway, still, they did it, started with blonde, then they dyed this. Because if you start with brown knots and try to bleach that, the best they can ever do is light brown, right? So you've got those splotches, those dead ants squished around on your head with lace. So you can go to their website, besthairpiece.com, and have a look at what they're claiming. It looks like they've done it. I don't know why they stopped short of, why didn't they do the entire hairpiece blonde so that people want to cut out partials like me? They have no thought about their customer base, all right? From my perspective, everything's fucking obvious. I don't know why it's not obvious to hair companies who deal with this shit every day, and it seems the same amount of effort, and then they attached that bit to a bit that was not good. So why bother? Why not just do it all like that? I don't understand the mentality. Maybe it's hard to do it when it's dome shaped and they just wanted to dip it nicely or brush that bit and then stitch that into the rest of a shitty piece. I don't understand why they did that. Anyway, that's what Best Hairpiece is doing. They're charging $389 American dollars for it. I don't even know if that includes shipping. So it could be pushing past the $400 mark to have a single hairpiece from besthairpiece.com delivered to your house. I wouldn't be paying that. A hairpiece is $200. That's it. Not fucking 400. Okay, so I'm gonna put some hair product in here now. Let's try this matte finish gel again. Whoa, that came out thick, didn't it? Jeez, I've been so fucking messy today. All right, that's a lot. Especially given how sparse this hair is. I think I'll dump half of that down the sink. The problem with gel is that it's not malleable, it's just rigid. But it will stay as long as it doesn't get wet in the position. But then again, once you brush it, you sort of fucked it up. Let's just see if the brush back look works with this double bleaching that I did on this hairpiece. That whole area back there needs to be styled. Still looks like a wall of hair though, but close up, it looks realistic, doesn't it? So, well, I'd have to wet all that and style it properly. So maybe I will wet my hair completely. Still has residual gel in it, so I'm not doing anything today, I'm just showing you. Okay, I'll be sleeping with this hair gel in my hair, having a shower before it's ever shown to anyone. Except for that guy in the morning who's coming to do plastering. Now, this guy, the plasterer, I wouldn't care if he saw my hair messy, but I would care if he saw me bald, right? Not if I was a bald-headed guy, but just a halfway, incomplete. I mean, it's worse than having rollers in your hair from the old days. Now, I am going to test out this Braun wet dry thing because my Brio Beardscape trimmer ended up carking it. Here are the attachments that this one comes with. Maybe I'll try this one. There's a lot of trust in that clicking mechanism, and you click past a certain point, the whole thing just comes off. I don't like it. I wouldn't recommend this. Let's see how close this one gets. Very loud, don't like that. Don't know why that light's flashing either, because this has just been sitting there charging non-stop. Now it's going red. Ooh. fully charged. Looks like I'm gonna have to buy another one. The one thing about this though is that if I want to, I can plug it in. But shit, that's fucking loud, isn't it? Oh. Bad design. Stops working the moment it's plugged in. Can't charge and work from the same cable. Stupid fucking morons. Guess I've got to end at the bottom of the tragus. Yeah, that's fucked up. That mustache is shit. Fucking hell. I just went to dust the fuck off. I just went to dust the... Don't buy this. Do not buy this. These things just click on like with magnets or something, and they're falling out. They're just falling out with the slightest. It's not good. Not good at all. I'll buy another one. I'll charge that now because that's all I got. Yeah, so the double bleaching was required for this hairpiece to make that look a lot more realistic at the front there. I don't trust that razor blade to cut at a proper distance or anything, so I'm just going to use scissors here. Yeah, I don't think I'll be buying another Brio Beardscape trimmer either. I'll try to find another one. It's really a minor request that I have that a beard trimmer does what it's supposed to. I don't think I need to be paying more than like 60 bucks for one. I know that you can spend up to $500 or some crazy amount. But you can clearly see how well the blonde bleaching of the front hairline made a poly hairpiece acceptable. In fact, I would say whether you're wearing poly or lace, you must bleach the roots. Whether the roots are made out of knots or whether the roots are made out of V-loops, they must be bleached at least at the front hairline. Okay, so let's just, I can't really be bothered doing any more with this bleaching shit, but there's nothing else I have that needs to be bleached. There is one other piece though, a secret piece that I've hidden, kept it safe. But the thing is, I just went out and splurged and bought four packets of this stuff. So I might as well open the box. Let's do it. Conditioner. So I'll be adding this stuff and this stuff to that bottle. Take off this lid like this. Use the back of that to puncture that. Squeeze that in there. Now I'm going to apply this. Fuck. Get rid of the first bit, which is useless. Oh, fuck off. Everything's much easier when you're not filming. You understand? Everything I do divided by 2. That's okay. So I've left this sitting here for 40 minutes. I'm just going to trust that that's enough or too much, maybe, I don't know. Just rinsing the whole lot in water. I'm pretty fed up with all of this effort that I've got to go to. Pretty blonde so far. I mean, not so far, that's it, I'm not doing any. I've just been looking online at beard trimmers. That industry has grown massively. What to do with manscaping and stuff like that as well. Talking about 95% of women preferring men who keep themselves groomed below the waist, etc. Not that I care, I've become asexual. Don't depend on having to worry about impressing anybody ever, except for the fact that, you know, I'm vain and I want to care about what my head looks like. Just for the sake of future potential interactions, really. But I will want to have a relationship in the future. And I want to be on stage, because it's fucking awesome. Ooh, that looks very fucking blonde. I'll tell you what, I don't think there's going to be a problem with making this hairline blend. That's very, very, very too maybe blonde. Fucking hell, 45 minutes. Usually you'll check. Maybe they use a different dye than, because we're talking about 2 different companies, 2 different batches. Fuck. Because I might have fucked up a bit here. But you did see that it was very wall of hair before. Now look at it. It's basically white. Might work out. That's what it looks like completely unbleached. And that's what it looks like bleached. There were a lot to choose from. This one is just cheap though. $51 delivered. So the reviews are all very good. It's waterproof, USB charged, and basic. I'm happy with it. This is LumaFusion. I'm actually editing the video you're about to watch right now. So I just wanted to show you my hair at the end. Now that it's got the bleach knots. This is the low density, the medium light density from LordHair 0.06 millimeter. So it's not too bad once you've bleached the roots, and you have to bleach the roots on every hairpiece you wear forever, always, always. The tape thing did not work. Don't use tape. What are you using tape for? Just use glue. I don't understand tape. Tell me what the fuck people use tape, please. Thank you.